I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is on the boys cross-country program at Stagg High School in Palos Hills. With me on my right, we've got head coach Dan Zielinski, and on my left, we have a couple of the athletes of the team. I'm going to ask to introduce themselves in just a second. We are very much at the front end of their season. One meet, I believe, or a preseason meet, and they're headed very quickly into their season. So we'll get a quick recap of how the preseason training went, and then we can talk about what the season looks like going forward. Before we get into that, the cross-country season, Coach, can I ask you, how long have you been the head cross-country coach? What do you teach at Stagg?
I teach English. I've been teaching here at Stagg for 23 years, my whole career, and this is my 20th year as the head coach.
Wow, congratulations. Once people start talking 15, 20 years, I'm always amazed, especially English teacher, which is the best answer, but English teacher and coaching that long, that's quite a commitment. Congratulations on that. Guys, can you introduce yourselves? And what we want to know is, what is the shoe of choice to train in? Because for cross country, you guys are running all kinds of surfaces, sometimes paved surface, but sometimes mud, grass, crushed stone, whatever it is. So your name, you're in school, and what you train in.
My name is Jack Krasinski. I'm a senior at Stagg, and my favorite shoe to train in is the Hoka Mach 6. Basically, it's not like a regular Hoka where it's just a huge shoe. It's actually pretty light, and I just really like training in it because it could handle all different types of workouts.
I'm going to have to check out the shoe. He sold me on it.
My name is John Valdez. My year is 12, and I also go to Stagg. And my favorite shoe would probably be the ones I'm wearing right now, the Brooks Go 16. They're the best, I think, because they're more versatile. They're middle distance, so you can be sprinting in them, doing workouts in them. You can also be doing long distance in them, so I think they're the best for anything.
My personal bias, yes, I've been wearing Brooks Ghosts for a long time. I love them. Coach, how about the choice of shoe for you to run in, but also maybe coaching if they're different?
We just talked about this. I'm like the cheapest, whatever is on sale shoe guy, but I will say I've gotten back into running. My daughter's a freshman, so I'm trying to run with her a little bit more. So I like wearing Brooks too when I run. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say the shoe of choice is in that bargain sale bin or whatever. You're going to wear a Brooks Ghost, Glycerin. What do you get? Adrenaline?
To be honest with you, I don't even know the subcategory anymore. I used to, and those days are just kind of over. Now, just whatever is the most affordable in that area, I'm going to buy.
All right, it's affordable, it fits.
Right.
You're running in it or coaching. All right, let's talk about the season. I'm going to ask you guys to talk about it too. But Coach, can you give us how the preseason has gone and what it looks like going forward?
Yeah, we're up to 40 runners, and for us, that's about as big as our program gets in most years. Usually we're around 35, so I'm happy. We got a ton of new guys. Some of the older, established guys have had really good summers. We had a really good opening preseason race on a tough course in Lockport. But I'll be honest, that race is kind of like, let's just get one under our belt. We didn't really talk about much other than that. This Saturday will be a little different. We're going to compete, and we're gonna kind of see where everybody's at.
All right, good luck. Gentlemen, I want to ask you, how your preseason training is going for you, but are there certain meets or matches or courses you especially look forward to because of who you get to run against or what course you get to run?
Yeah, so the preseason training has been pretty excellent, I would say. I've been very consistent since I took 1 week off of track. After that, it was just a lot of miles. And some meets I look forward to are definitely Peoria. Just go against some elite competition on a fast course. And then 2 postseason meets that I'm looking forward to are conference and state.
You got to like their sites, Coach.
For me, the preseason was been pretty well. I like going by myself in the summer, just getting the miles in and seeing how that translates into the current season. And for me, it's gone pretty well. I like to see my improvement from last year. And some of my favorite races to be a part of would probably be Peoria too. And then I also like sectionals and regionals because I feel like I have some competition with a fellow teammate, and I like to see them as the deciding factor between our rivalry.
especially in those big courses you're talking about, the competition at those meets. And Coach, can I ask you, especially as a coach, are there certain meets or invites during the year where you can look at them and say, yes, these are good tests, or these are good gauges of where we're at as a program?
Absolutely. I think we've done a great job of balancing our schedule where there's weeks where we're competitive as a team and we're going after possibly top three. And then there's other meets we go to where it's more about just individual success and being exposed to like the better kids in the state. Pretty much we run courses that are the same year after year, so it's nice to not only compare just the historical data of each runner, but then some guys in the past that we've had success and kind of see where we're at on that date.
It is an interesting point you bring because all the courses are a little bit different, but you still have all that data to kind of reference how we ran at different points or different athletes did. And then to gauge off the different competition, people you've seen over the year. Let's turn away from cross country for just a second. Guys, do you do any other clubs or sports activities at Stagg?
Not at Stagg, but I do like to golf in my free time.
Great sport. What about, do you do track and field?
I do actually. I do track and field, but I just consider that part of running.
Okay. No, I was going to say, I think I've seen you in track and field, so I know you got a second sport out there.
Yeah, same as Jack. I also do track and field, but I consider it the same as cross country. And if there's another sport I do outside of school, it'd probably be tennis with my friends.
Okay, and both great recreational sports, tennis and golf, and good luck in track and field when you get there. How about favorite subject in school?
I'm gonna have to go with math.
Math?
Yeah.
You realize English was the correct answer, but that's all right.
Probably history.
Nice try. Second, no, those are both great answers. Good luck with that. And I know you're both seniors. Do you think about what you enjoy this year, but what's coming up after high school?
Definitely thinking of a four-year university, most likely somewhere in the Midwest, and maybe I'll be running in college. I'm not sure yet.
All right, good luck.
I'm probably going to go to a four-year university, too. I'm going to look to be in-state and maybe U of I, potentially.
All right. Is running part of that future?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, good luck, guys. And then those were all the softball questions. Now it's time to get serious, all right? I'm going to give you a hypothetical. Sectional need, or IHSA needs your input on what sectional course Stagg is going to go run at this year. So I'm going to give you guys two options, all right? Coach, you get to choose like these guys. Where would you like to run? Where would you like to coach? Or see your athletes run. Option A. This is not a spectator course. This is kind of a unique course in that it's a classic runner's course, but it's one loop. It's not multiple loops. It's one giant loop, but definitely a classic cross-country runner's course. It's through a forest reserve, so it means grass, dirt, mud, possibly fallen trees, logs, water, meadows, one giant loop. That's option A. Option B, this is a spectator's course, okay? This is a community park. It is described as a track on grass. It's a fast course, but you're going to be running through a park, which means community parks, tennis courts over there, community pool over there. There is a small wooded area. You're going to run, alongside a road on one side. A very, very public course. A spectator could stand in one place and watch the whole race, and there are a couple loops within it. Which course would you like to run or coach in? Jack, I'll go to you first.
Personally, I would go with the spectator course. I just love running on fast courses because when I look down at my watch after mile one and it's a fast time, it really boosts my confidence and it just makes me want to push even harder for the rest of the race.
All right, you want the fast track. John, how about you?
Yeah, I'd have to go with the same. Even though it would be a fun experience to be jumping over logs and running in the mud, I feel like it's a one and done thing. After you've been through it once, it's fun, but you're ready for a fast course, and I love the fast courses too.
All right, you got to like it. You know where their competition is. Coach, what about for you?
Yeah, it hurts me to say it, but I agree with them. I think just in the tradition of cross country, A is the better call to go and run and have all the obstacles. But it's first of all, as a coach, it's nice to be able to see them throughout the race. It's good for their parents to see them. But also, like what Jack said, there's just something about running fast and seeing fast times that I think builds confidence.
Yeah, I get it. The speed thing is really cool. It's certainly, as a coach, I get that part. You want to see how your kids are running, how the athletes are handling the different challenges of their competition, different parts of the course. Well, good luck. I hope you get to run both those courses at some point in the year, all right? And whichever, I hope you have a great season. Final question for everybody. What do you like best about being part of the cross-country program at Stagg or coaching it? Jack, you want to go first?
It's a tough question. There's so many things I love about cross country, but I would say the best part of being on this team is just teammates and coaches that I get to see every day.
I say, what a wonderful answer, that there's so much about the program he loves, but ultimately it comes down to the people that you're with, your teammates, your coaches. John?
Yeah, I'd have to go with the same. I love that our team is like one big family. We all know each other pretty well, and we're all great friends. So at the end of the day, I can go home and know that I know them pretty well even after school ends and after practice ends.
Boy, what a great thing to develop relationships like that. So obviously you've created a great culture here, Coach. What about it for you?
Well, for me, it's how inclusive I think the sport is. I would say the majority of the runners that are in our program never ran or ran very little before coming to high school, which makes us different than a lot of the other schools in our conference and in the area, where they're getting these kids who've been training for 3, 4, 5 years. And then this is a sport where everyone can do it, everyone can race, and then you can see your improvement. And it's just, as it's, you put your work in and you're gonna see success. And in other sports that I've coached and played, that's not always the case. You can work super hard in basketball and never see the court, or not really see the improvement as well as you can in cross country and track. So I love that, and I also think that, which I've seen, this is a lifelong thing. If you get hooked with running, you can run until you're my age, right? And still enjoy it. And again, in other sports, I think there's kind of a shelf life on how much you can do.
No, that's an excellent point. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, still jogging or running the road or in a forest reserve. Nobody's playing football at that age anymore. And I do like it. Everybody can do it, and they can all compete at their level and look for their personal best. Yeah, it is a great sport that way. Gentlemen, I wish you the best. I hope you have a great season. I hope you make that run at the end. Coach, have a great year.
Thank you.
All right. I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight has been on the boys cross-country program at Stagg High School in Palos Hills. Thank you for watching.